This week's podcast, we're continuing with the young guns. We've got Matt Algu, sick jumper, and he's doing what every agent should be doing, which I've been telling every agent to do for the last 3 years, which is he's an agent and an appraiser. Check him out. Yeah, kid, welcome back to another episode of Smells Like Cappy with Handsome. My name is Charles, AKA the Handsome Homebuyer, AKA Captain Permit, AKA El Chulo de las Casas. You haven't heard that one yet, have you?
I've never heard that in my life.
Are you cold?
I'm not cold at all.
No?
No, I'm good.
You look good, though. You look very fashionable.
I appreciate it.
So today we have the always fashionable, right? The young hustling, the super high energy, the should have been in the NBA, bro. And I went to see a Knicks game, and I know you said this because you're a humble guy, but we played together, obviously.
We did.
41 points.
Thank you.
in the charity event.
That was a fun event.
Crushed it basically by yourself. We were just spectators. And then I went to go see the Knicks for the first time ever, or maybe in like at least 15 years. And I'm like, Algu could play with these guys.
They're really good. They're really good.
They missed a lot of shots.
Yeah. I used to be an obsessive in basketball, dude.
Bro, you're amazing.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Like you have a vertical that's insane. It's like a 3-foot vertical. Yo, what's this kid's vertical?
Very high.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how far out you are. You're 3 feet in the air, and they just go in. Half court doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Years of reps.
So
years.
Athlete, fashionable, hits on women with a relentless drive that I have never seen in my entire life. There is not a networking event that you and I are at where you are literally not hitting on somebody, some hot top shelf realtor every minute that we're there. You're an appraiser. Just did your first flip, which we're going to hear about, which is very cool, very exciting.
Very.
Just jumped on to Signature Premier Properties, leading the charge in Brooklyn, because Signature has no locations in the boroughs. Now you're that guy.
Correct.
Make great social media content. Yes. What am I forgetting?
That's about it, really.
Matthew Algu. Matthew
Algu.
Signature Premier Properties.
Thanks for that intro. I appreciate it. It's good to see you too.
Bro, you got a lot of shit going on.
Have a ton of shit.
You got a lot of energy too. You only. I forgot also. You run 7 miles a day, and you only eat once a day.
I only eat once a. I run 7 miles a day.
Run 7 miles a day. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter if it's snowing
8 degrees outside.
If it's 2 degrees out, I'm still running.
You're running. Today you ran.
If it's snowing, today I ran, of course.
Today you ran.
If it's snowing, I'm gonna run.
Relentless.
You have to. It's not like a choice. To me, I see it as not a choice. You know what I mean?
It's just disciplined.
You have to be highly disciplined.
Which I commend you on, because you're a young guy. How old are you? 22, 23?
23.
23.
Yeah.
Bro, I wish I was 23 again.
I feel old. I'm gonna be honest.
How do you feel old?
I don't know. I just feel.
Bro, not a wrinkle on your face. Every stitch
old.
of hair is still there. All of it.
I feel old.
You feel old?
I feel like an old soul. I feel like an old soul. That's what it is. I think I feel like an old soul.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. It's like certain things at my age that other people do at my age. Like I don't enjoy it. I enjoy like other things.
Well, we've been in the club before. I've seen you get a little sloshy in the club.
I did.
You got
a bad night.
Yeah. That was a great night.
That was a great night.
Everybody got COVID but me, knock on wood. And you didn't get COVID either, right?
No, I didn't.
You didn't get COVID. Yeah.
I didn't get COVID at all. Had it bad before.
All the booze sterilized that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were bagged up that night.
I was terrible that night.
Great time though. Nah, you were totally in control.
An amazing time.
Great food, great people.
Amazing time.
Good times.
The night after, somebody hit me up after, and I didn't even know that I hit it on her.
Yeah, that was you were
time.
you were in rare form. So we had an IG live like 3 weeks ago that was actually a really big hit. Probably the best IG live I've ever had. Content was really good. Had a lot of people viewed in. Yeah, and it's been something that like I've been pushing to the real estate community for the last probably 3 years. But nobody ever listens to me. You didn't listen to me. You just did it on your own before we ever met or even knew of each other.
Correct.
Which is awesome. Which is you are an appraiser.
I am an appraiser, and I got into it randomly.
Which is so. Tell everybody that didn't watch the live, because the live is gone. Unfortunately, we don't save the lives. But
gotcha.
What's the criteria for being an appraiser, and what has that actually done for your career? Because I see that as just awesome.
Oh my God! So that's 2 parts. So the first time. So how did I get into it?
Yeah.
So randomly. So I had a broker who was best friends with somebody who owned an appraisal company.
Okay.
And they played tennis together and whatnot. We got introduced to each other.
Okay.
Right. And then she was like, you know what? I kind of like you. Go get your appraisal license. I want you to work with me. And I was like, you know what? Why not? It's not gonna hurt me, you know?
Yeah.
So
How long ago was this?
this was about a year into being an agent.
Okay, and you had a 4-year college degree because
Yes.
you need a 4-year college degree.
Correct. You need a 4-year college degree, 110%. And then she was like, go get your appraisal lesson. I was like, I had no idea like what to do or what, like I never had the thought process to become an appraiser,
Okay.
you know? So I was like, you know, why not? Let me just do it. And then I did it and did like the courses. You have to do a shit ton of courses, shit ton of hours. Then you have to work underneath her, like
Okay.
underneath an appraiser. Then you have to do their hours. And then I'm still doing hours, you know what I mean? Still doing reports.
So you need a 4-year degree. Then you have to go and take the course, which is how many hours? Is it 140? What is it?
300.
300.
300.
So it's 300 hours. So it's not easy. It's
It's not. No. Exactly. It comes from being like highly disciplined. It's not easy at all.
And then how many years do you have? Like how many hours do you need under a licensed appraiser before you're ready to become an appraiser
I
on
would
your own?
say so. The number is really like 1,500 to 2,000, around that time frame.
So how many appraisals does that break down to?
I would say it depends on like if you do it every day, if you do it like 5 days a week, or you do it a certain time. I would say maybe if you do it 5 days, Monday to Friday, I would say 3 appraisals a day for like a good amount of like maybe 2-3 years.
Oh, so
It takes time. It takes time.
So basically, like, so you for doing it like part time or like decently part time,
Yeah.
it's going to take you like 5 years to do it.
Correct.
5 years to be eligible to the point where you can be. And what is there at that point? There's a test that you have to take.
So at that point, then you get then it's like a qualification. Then you have to like you could submit, say, hey, I got these hours, and then your appraiser has to sign off on you.
Okay.
Whoever it's like a broker standpoint. They
Okay.
have to sign off and say, hey, you're ready to go into the field.
Are you good at that point? Or do you have to take an exam of some kind and pass it?
At that point,
Yeah.
you have to take an exam. You always there's always continuing ed. You always have to take exams, and you always have to. There's those qualifications like FHA qualifications that you have to apply for,
Got it.
etc. Like there's a whole bunch of things.
So for me, this is like a no-brainer. Obviously, it's going to take time, but especially like if you're young and you have time, and you don't have a family and stuff, you got no excuses for these
Exactly.
agents. But what kind of doors do you think that's opened up for you?
Oh my God! Like let's say, like they're giving me. I'm going to buildings that people are taking home money loan. I'm meeting investors and meeting developers.
So you do a lot of appraisals for like institutional private
Correct.
lenders.
Correct.
Okay.
And I do private appraisals too. And like let's say somebody's refine or something like that. You
Okay.
know what I mean? So I look at real estate in a sense of meeting somebody new every single day.
Yeah.
So with appraisals, like I'm getting in the door and meeting like 3 more people every single day that I wouldn't have gotten if I wasn't an appraiser.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the way I look at real estate is how many new people do I meet? How many new numbers do I get?
Yeah.
So if I do that and then I add something on top of adding numbers, something that's another stream of finding new people, having people hear about me, and etc. And then as you take off as an agent, right? As people start hearing you as an agent, and then they start meeting you as an appraiser, they're like, oh, you're an appraiser too. I didn't know that. And then it's like a double win. It's like, oh my God, it's like a barrier broken.
So you got into it as a means of saying like, all right, this is a way that I can exponentially expand my network in a shorter period of time.
So the reason why I wanted to do it was because I wanted because I was new and I wanted the most experience as possible. So I was
Smart.
like, I just needed to
With
know
everything.
about everything and everything. Like I just needed to know. Like I wanted to just know about everything like fast. Like I just wanted to have the more knowledge as possible.
Bro, I thought I had a lot of energy. You have a lot of fucking energy. Dude.
I love it, dude. I don't stop.
I know you don't.
I don't stop.
But listen, it makes perfect sense because it's like, okay, how you can meet the most amount of people. Plus, listen, when I see it, I didn't even think about all that. That's even better. I was thinking, all right, extra income. So now you have an alternative income stream. Because listen, when you first become a realtor, like if you're a commercial agent, it takes a long time to get deals to pay off. If you're a residential agent, it still takes time. Even if you hit the ground running,
Exactly.
it takes time.
Yeah.
6 months, whatever it is. So the cool thing about being an appraiser is you get that short-term cash coming in while you're building your like medium and longer-term business strategy.
Exactly.
Plus, so you now really learn how to comp houses out the right way. Because I don't think they teach agents how to do that.
That's the main thing actually
I don't
that
think they teach
really
agents how to do anything. I think they just let agents go.
They don't teach agents anything.
Just go.
They don't teach. It depends though. It depends on who is your
Broker.
who's your broker and who's your mentor, and
Okay.
what group do you join.
Yes.
That's like the main thing in the agent standpoint. I truly believe that.
But so you get that. And then like my thing always was, it's like, okay, especially in this market, very competitive to get listings, right? It's
Very.
not easy to get listings.
Very.
So, if five agents stand up in front of a seller and they all say the same thing, they're all going to say that they'll do it for X commission rate. They'll all say that they're the best, they're the fastest, they market the best, all that. But like very few people, if any, like you're the only active realtor I know, like truly active realtor who's an appraiser. There's ones that are appraisers that are realtors and they'll take a listing here and there, but like they're not out there trying to grow their real estate business. It's
I don't know another one either.
It's like just blah.
Yeah.
Just when you say I'm an appraiser, it's just like you just pull it out. That's it. It's like mic drop. It's over. No one can compete with that. You have a level of education and professionalism that no other agent's going to have. And I think that will help you stand out to get more listings because you're a value expert.
I like that. I never even looked at it.
Is that a soundful? Have you tried that?
In a listing appointment?
Do you pitch that?
I actually don't really pitch it until I really don't pitch it. I don't lead into it. Like I say, yes, I'm also an appraiser. But I don't really go into it like I'm an appraiser as well. I don't lead with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you think about it when you talk to people. Listen, my job is to get you the most amount of money for your house in the fastest amount of time because that's what you're looking for, right, sir or ma'am? Yes, we are. Great. Okay. Well, I'm on an amazing team with 25 high energy top agents. We do the best social media marketing out there. We're getting a ton of people here. And I don't know if you know this, I'm part of the 0.0001% of agents that are actually licensed appraisers. So I am a value expert. Banks lend millions and millions of dollars off of what I think value is. No other agent's got that.
I should lead with that.
Yeah, your dick is bigger than everybody else's, basically. No question. It's huge.
Yeah?
I see it peeking out that hole in your jeans by your knee on the right-hand side.
You're a nut. Do you know
basically what you're telling is it just... yeah, next thing you go.
You're a nut.
And I think that's going to work. I think it'll work.
I think so. No, like it comes up like naturally on the appointments, but I never lead with it like you said.
Or you don't even necessarily have to lead with it, but I would sell it because it's a big deal. Like, I think it's a big deal. Like, when I talk to people, and we're talking about like education and thing, I'm like, I have a master's at NYU in real estate development because it was really hard work. It took a long time. It was expensive. I put my heart into it, and it really helped bring me to another level. So I'm proud of that. You should the same way.
For sure.
But if I'm selling my house and you say that to me and you're showing me all this other stuff, I'm like, Matt Elgoo's my guy. He's the guy.
Okay.
You also do insane videos.
I do insane videos. I find joy in that, and it works.
Which I love. What?
And I find joy in it, and it works.
Yeah, like it's fun.
Yeah.
So talk to me about, like, you've been an agent for how many years?
2 years and 2 months now.
Okay, so 2 years, 2 months. New agent. Relatively new.
Yeah, I guess
2 years is new.
Yeah.
You're still wet behind the ears new. You're young. I know you feel old, but you're young.
Yeah.
So talk to me about how the last 2 years have been, like, training that you got in. What did you think the business was going to be like versus what is actually going on right now?
Perfect. So first year in the business, firstly new, I joined a company who's like a mom and pop, and hats off to them. They taught me a lot of things. They taught me most of my things and I'm very grateful for them.
I wasn't expecting you to say that, but that's really nice to know.
Like, okay, so I ultimately sold one property in that first year.
Okay.
Like only one in that first year, but they taught me just the basics.
You building the foundation.
Building the foundations, how to talk, how to like do an open house, doing open houses for them. They're already giving me open houses, just meeting people, like just if I had any questions, they were all there. And then the second year came, they were great. Sold only one property though. That was the bad part about it. I didn't get discouraged because I actually really find enjoyment in it.
Was the brokerage in the boroughs or out here?
In the boroughs.
Okay. So
yeah, in the boroughs.
Have you done business on Long Island yet?
Yeah, I sold about 4 properties in Long Island.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now you live in Long Island too.
I live in Long Island, but yeah.
Big difference between Long Island and the boroughs.
110%.
The boroughs is like it's like the NBA.
I love it though.
It's like the NBA. It is very hard.
I love it.
Very hard.
Love it.
You're dealing with
love it.
You have to be on another level to succeed in the boroughs.
Love it. I absolutely love it. Like, I don't even want to sell real estate in Long Island.
No, not even.
I do.
You'll do it. You prefer the boroughs.
I prefer the boroughs 100%.
What? Just because the price point, you like the area. What is it?
It's like
the speed.
It's like the speed. It's like if somebody's coming out to see a property in the boroughs, and they take 2 hours of their day, like it means something because they're not like they have no time. Like they legit have no time. Most of these people have no time.
So let me ask you this, because operating in the boroughs is a lot harder for a lot of different reasons than operating out here. So out here, slower paced, you have a house, you have a house. When you're in the boroughs, there's all kinds of crazy zoning. Like we were just talking about this property in Brooklyn. You're like, yo, could we do this? That can be converted into condos.
Yes.
You have air rights. There's historical stuff. There's all kinds of like funky things that go on that you have to know in the boroughs
110%.
as a good agent.
Exactly. You need price per square foot. You need to know price per square foot to build up. You need to know how much you could possibly build up. You know, you can't, because you can't, in the boroughs, you're not building
Out.
not building out, so you're only building up. So you need to know air rights and then buildable square footage building up.
So what was the process like? Did you learn that through your appraisal education, or like what was the process over the last 2 years of you being familiar with all this stuff and be able to speak intelligently? Because most agents that I speak to in the boroughs, like they don't know the zoning, they don't know like air rights, they don't know that stuff.
So it comes from all different things. It comes from like dealing with the appraisal standpoint, because you do like the hard money loans and etc. And then it comes from like just constantly meeting investors and developers, and they ask you that question, and then you have to know. So then when they ask you that question, I'm like, oh, I need to know this. So then I go back and then I say, okay, so then I do my research. Like I just go nonstop to see what this is. You know what I mean? And then I ask people that's in my corners. Like I ask like people who are like 30 years in the appraisal company, and I ask like the mentors that I do have what they have, and then because they know the answers. Like people who's been in the business inside those locations, they know the answers. You just have to go ask them. And then they're willing to add. It depends on who they are. They're willing to tell you.
Yeah, but it's not, because we're looking to do a little bit more things in the boroughs. Not super deep, because it just makes it hard. But Queens, Brooklyn, but you have to really know, like, is it a wide street? Is it a narrow street? Is it, what is it, R6?
R6 zones, you could, exactly.
You can really go up.
Yep.
R3, no. Like, there's a lot. And in the city, like, in Long Island, areas are pretty much, it's all about school district for the most part.
Correct. That doesn't matter inside.
It doesn't matter in the boroughs.
Exactly.
It's a totally different animal.
It matters to towns. Like towns do matter inside. Like let's say in Brooklyn, you're in like different locations inside Brooklyn. Let's say you're in Brooklyn Heights compared to Ocean Hill. Like, you know what I mean? It's like two different scenarios. Ultimately, it's not school district, but yes, you do have good schools inside those highly desirable locations. But ultimately, it's totally location based. It's not like Long Island where it's strictly school based that dictates it.
So you got into real estate basically just as the pandemic hit.
I got into real estate. So that's when I got my appraisal license, and then I was in real estate like 3 months before that.
So basically, like you got into real estate. Boroughs real estate is crazy. Prices are out of control. Pandemic hits. What happens? Just dead?
It was kind of dead, but then the broker had a listing. She had a flip that needed to sell, and we couldn't open houses. We couldn't do nothing, right? She was like, Matt, I have this property. Find a buyer. I need a buyer. Put it on TikTok. Made videos.
No.
Swear to God, this is how it started.
Is this how all your social media stuff started?
This is how it started.
Okay.
This is how it started. She had a property. She needed to get it sold. She held on for about 4 months. She needed to get it sold. So I was like, I seen TikTok was going crazy. Everything was going crazy during that time frame. So I'm like, okay, let me just throw it on TikTok. Why not? What's the worst gonna happen? And then I made the video. Made like a 30-second, maybe 20-30-second video.
Just walking through the house type.
Just
of thing.
walking through the house. I'm not even in the video. Just on my phone.
Okay.
Threw it up on TikTok. I had about 4 showings from TikTok.
Wow.
Had about
4 showings
pre-approval
from TikTok. From TikTok.
4 pre-approval showings from TikTok. Had about 15 phone calls and 4 pre-approval showings from TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it sold.
And it sold.
From TikTok.
From TikTok.
So anybody out there who thinks that TikTok is just like 17-year-olds,
oh my God,
18-year-olds, no. How old were the people that ultimately bought it? Do you know?
They were 43.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the kids. So the way it works, the kids are showing the kids are showing their parents, oh my God, look at this house. Because the kids know if their parents are looking for houses. They're coming with them. So they look at the properties, and honestly, the older generation, they're on TikTok too.
Yeah.
They are. Like people that say it's only for older people, everybody's on it.
Now, the biggest demographic that's growing right now on TikTok, I believe, is 35 to 50-year-olds.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I had an agent right now. I just had a phone call. I was scheduling a show, and somebody knew me from TikTok, and they gave me an appointment.
Wait, so was that the one? Was that the first house that you sold that year? That was the one?
No. That was a different house. So I sold one house. That was So that one took a while. That one took like 7 months to close. But I sold one right before that. And that was the first one where I made almost nothing on the deal.
So talk about, a lot of agents, you know, see what you're doing as far as social media goes. They want to, they want to do it, but whatever, fear, whatever it might be.
Yeah, that was
and that's really like, I feel like that's kind of like what launched you. You know,
in what sense?
Launched you to the real estate world.
Oh
like,
yeah, definitely.
Here you were, like having fun, doing these videos, walking out of like, you know, very cool new developed properties, that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah. So like the first year, like it was a bad one property. Then the second year just took off because the reason why the second year kind of took off also is because I kind of got confidence in myself. It wasn't the first year. I was very like
timid.
I would say timid. I was like very reserved. And then the second year, I'm like, fuck that. I was like literally just fuck everything. I'm gonna just be myself, dress how I want, say what I want, look how I want, like literally do everything how I want, listen to music, like put music on videos that I want, like literally show everybody who I am.
Okay.
And if whoever accepts me, by all means, thank you, I love you. If you don't accept me, by all means, I love you too. I don't care. You don't have to. You know what I mean? I don't take anything now, and I feel like that's what catapulted the business. Really, like the second year we went into like 20 million in volume. Like it was great.
Really?
Yeah, I sold about like 25 properties my second year.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I swear to God. Yeah. This month is actually a very good month. December and January is a very good month. But the second year took off. Didn't expect it to. But the reason why I took off was the confidence. I was lacking confidence. I was lacking, like I wasn't walking into a room owning the room at all. I was very like, okay, just like I wasn't saying my spiel. Like I wasn't just walking in like, okay, I'm here. Like I'm Matthew Olgu. You know what I mean? Like that's what I think that's what separates the good agents and the good agents and the great agents.
So what was the change? What was the change between you being like timid Matt Algu and you being like the Matt Algu we see here right now? Who's like, where's the hottest girl in the room? I'm going to talk to her.
You want to know?
What?
It was a relationship. Was it a
breakup?
It was a breakup.
Dude.
It was definitely a breakup.
Girl, I'm telling you, nothing propels careers faster than a terrible breakup.
It was a terrible breakup. I was so heartbroken, and I was like, now I absolutely love that she left me. I was like,
you love the what?
I love that she left me.
Really?
I was like, if she never left me, well, she's very happy now. Like if she never left me, I would have never like blossomed or never like.
Are you guys still friends?
Not at all.
Good.
I would never. Not even in 1,000 years, bro. But when she did, like now it's like, I found, before I was like a very angry kid too. Now I don't, like now I just want to love everybody. It's so weird.
You were an angry kid? Levy, can you picture Al Gu being angry? What? Damn.
I was before, back.
Why?
Circumstances.
Yeah?
Like life circumstances. Like I didn't grow up very very easy, I guess.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like if I get into it, it's like it's 7 of us in the family. We all lived in a 1-bedroom apartment.
7 kids?
5 kids, mom and
2
dad.
parents, got it.
And a puppy. So it's 8 of us, all living in a 1-bedroom. So the reason why people ask me like, dude, why are you so nonstop? Like you're 23, why are you just so high paced? Like you don't stop at all, bro. It's because like for me, it's like I never want to go back to that. You know?
Yeah.
Like the boys used to live in the living room, the girls used to live in the bedroom, like sisters and mom, and then us. And then I was like, never again. There was a click. Something clicked in me. I was like, never again.
Wow.
And that's why I moved out to Long Island.
You weren't born here, correct?
Yeah, I was born here. I was born in Brooklyn.
Okay, you were born here. Your parents were not born here?
No, they were born in Guyana.
Your parents were born in Guyana.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now my parents did
7
everything.
people in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yes, in Brighton Beach.
Wow.
Yeah. Terrible.
No, I get it. I mean, in a way, you're lucky to have that because that's like.
Oh my God! I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change anything about my childhood. Not a single thing. Not a single thing about my childhood I would change.
You went to school full ride basketball?
So scholarships.
Yeah, scholarships.
I did
full
not,
ride.
Well, no, financial aid really.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have to. It wasn't basketball scholarships. I just got into school just because they were just giving it to me because.
Did they recruit you to play ball, or
Correct. Yes.
or you walked on?
No, they recruited me.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was all my life before real estate and everything. It was just
basketball.
that. And honestly, I took that same concept of basketball into real estate. It was like the discipline of basketball.
Yeah.
Like
the work ethic.
Work out 4 times a day when I used to play basketball.
What?
Work out like I used to structure my day like 6 a.m., then it's 12 p.m., then there's a 3 p.m. lift, and then there's a 8 p.m. shoot, like workout.
4 days a week.
4 days a week every single day. 4 times a week every single day.
You think you could have made it to the big show?
I think I could have.
I think you could.
I think I could have if I really
The Guyanese Muggsy Bogues.
100. I really truly believe I could have, but that's very competitive too. And the other thing that deteriorated me was because of the situation. I needed to get like money. Really.
Yeah, you need to
know
start
what I
working.
mean? I needed to like that wasn't paying anything. You know, like
So why real estate?
so weird. I don't even know. So it was like why was it real estate? So my brother's friend was a part-time agent, like so maybe 2 houses a year. He had an open house and he was like, he saw that I was just coasting through, like I didn't really have a direction in life, really didn't have like careers direction. So he was like, come help me at open house, come give out flyers. I gave out flyers. He was like, and then I was like helping people sign in. That was my job, flyers, sign in. And then after that I loved it. Like I was like, I could dress how I want. I could say what I want. I could literally relate to people, and that's it. Like I'm literally like. And by the way, I don't feel like I work a day in my life. Like I'm working every day nonstop, but this is like fun.
Yeah.
This is just fun.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy it. But did that open house, and I was like, this is what I want to do. No plan B, no nothing. Dropped out of college. Didn't drop out. Finished college. Then I was like, that's it. That's all I want to do. There's no plan B. I have no other career that I want to do. I have to make this work.
Wow.
That's why in the first year I sold one house, but I was like, I like it a lot. So I don't know what I'm gonna do else. So I took the basketball like discipline. And I just put it into real estate.
And that's it. You got
And
the
then it was
framework.
like
Once you have the framework, you could apply it to
like a
anything, and you get success.
Yeah.
So before we were talking about Zillow. And Zillow is not something I know a lot about, but I like to like chop it up with agents about it recently.
People hate it.
People hate it. It's kind of like a love-hate type of thing. But now you're at Signature. You're on a new team.
Yes. Happy.
And you're happily on a new team.
I love them. I love this group. With that, I love this group.
And you're.
I didn't have to. I do. I love them.
Well, that's what I think it is. And a lot of people have said the same thing about working with Dan O'Neill and that team is like, it's just an environment that people want to be around.
110%. It's like, it motivates you. And also, hats off to Dan, because I met Dan and like, I realized the only thing that this kid really cares about is his team.
Yeah.
The kid loves his team. He genuinely loves his team. And I tip my hat to him because it's like, he's 27 years old. He built the #1 team in Long Island. You know, and then that says a lot because it's hard to do. Like that's not something easy to do.
Nah, of course not. There's 30,000 agents on Long Island, something like that.
There you go.
You know, I don't know how many teams, but yeah.
And the kid did it, and then I see the vision that he's going with it, and it's just the way he created the culture within the team. Like everybody just is a very open culture, and everybody enjoys each other's presence really, and it makes you want to do more. And then I don't even think they could fathom it. They don't even know what they're creating.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
I don't think that I like we don't even know what we're creating. But
it'll be cool to look
big.
back on it later. But it's like it's a very diverse group. You have like older people, younger people, all different cultures, like just high energy. Everyone's doing this social media stuff. They're kind of pushing the boundaries. So it's like a cool like think tank-esque type of environment to be in.
And we do things our way too.
Yeah.
In the professional sense, but it's still our way. You know what I mean? And that's what I like about it.
So talk to me about your opinion on Zillow, because you said you've been having a lot of success with this month. Like
recently, and
a bunch of deals. Because this is the first time you've been getting Zillow leads.
Correct.
So the team provides you Zillow leads, Dan provides Zillow leads.
Correct.
Some people say like, oh, if they got it, they can't convert it. The buyers suck, this and that and the other thing.
They don't suck.
What's been your experience?
They don't suck. They do not suck. I think Zillow is golden. Like people bash on it. I really think it's absolutely, if you know how to converse with the people that are calling, that's the main thing, is just the conversation that you have with them. And then you just have to get them out, as soon as Zillow is good. It's like on top of what everything, like Zillow is just like the sprinkles of everything that you're doing on the prospecting side. Yeah. And this is just the home runs.
For me, it's really simple. It's like, everybody wants the ability to work with, let's say you're working with buyers. So like, let's say it's buyers for a second.
Go.
You want to meet more buyers, to your point. Zillow gets the phone to ring. That's Zillow's only job. everybody that's calling you has the ability to be converted. It's like when a guy looks at a really hot girl and says,
I love that analogy.
I could never have that, right? No, listen. Or she's got to be like, you know, not a nice person, whatever it is. That's not true.
Not true. Not true at all.
That girl who's smoking hot, you could say something to her that will pique her interest.
100%.
There is somebody that she's like, you know, dreams about at night, who's broken her heart, all that stuff. It's the same thing in, when I was in sales, it was 85% is 100%. 15% of the people, like, you can't close. It doesn't matter what you're going to do. You can give them a free house. They're not going to do it.
And it's okay.
But 85% is 100%, which means that there's a huge amount of people that if you're saying the right things and you're giving the right service, you're going to pick up buyers and sellers and you're going to get momentum off of Zillow.
Exactly. And it's how you are on the phone. It's how you are as a person. And honestly, it comes deeper than that. It's how you are as your personality. It's like your personality is like, it has to spew through the phone. You know?
So how are you converting these people? What are the things you're saying? Are you like just having a good time with them? Are you all business with them? What are you doing?
No. I'm always a good time. Like them, I try to make it like such an open conversation. Like I tell them like, hey, you inquired about 123 Main Street. So let me know when you want to, like, let me know what day and time you want to see it. And we're going to go see this property. And let's say you totally hate this fucking property. If you totally hate this fucking property, I'm going to show you like 5 more. I'm just going to set up 3 appointments. After you see this, we're going to go see 3 more.
Nice.
Right off the bat. Like,
and that's what you do every time?
Every fucking time.
So you're not just going, so you befriend them, you say, listen, we're going to go see this one. And just in case you hate this one, I have 3 others for you that want to look right after that.
Exactly.
So you don't just show them the one.
Hell no.
That's a good idea, actually.
Hell no. I'm getting them out. I might as well show them. You know what I mean? If I'm getting them out, like, I give them options. I'm like, oh, I like this one. This one is hot. I may take this one. I don't.
Does that happen often? Do they end up making offers on some of the other random properties that you?
One time.
Yeah.
I did it one time, and I started exactly a month ago, and
and it worked.
3 converted.
But otherwise, 3 converted?
Yeah, they're golden, bro.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a lot. All buyers.
All buyers.
Wow.
No sellers really, but I mean, yeah, some sell. They're in contract, whatever. But
you're also building a base for later. Like
exactly.
Like, these are the people that are going to buy, that are then going to call you in 7 years and say, "Yo, I want to sell and I want to upgrade to a different house."
Exactly.
That's what it is. You're like planting the seeds to build your business.
And it's okay. Like people hate that the referral, like you have to pay like there's certain things that you have to pay out, but.
Yo, some money's always better than no money.
No, exactly. Like what's 0% of $0?
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's 100% of $0?
Exactly,
Nothing.
exactly. 100% of $0.
No, fact.
Exactly. And then the idea is like, if you're in the business, it's all about like doing volume and meeting more people and closing more people. So like if you close like, let's say you make only $2,000 in a deal, like you close 5 of those deals, that's ultimately $10,000. Like you know what I mean? And then it's like that's 5 more families that you just know that's gonna refer you out, and it's 5 more deals that you close that you have under your belt.
No, it makes perfect sense.
And it's just more, and it's more and more and more people that you meet. That's all it is.
So I'm curious to get your opinion, because like you've been in the business for a minute, you've been with different brokers, right?
Yes.
If you're talking to a broker, like if that camera's the broker right there, and there's a random broker, and they're like, Matt, I want your opinion. What are the things that's important to you and you feel are important to other agents in a broker? What should I be providing as a broker to the agent community to make you want to work with me?
Perfect. That's like okay. So that's a good question, because it's different, because it's like there's new agents, there's agents that's been there for 3 years, and then there's agents that needs to go to the next level. You know, so I say for new agents, for sure, you need to have open houses set up for them. You need to be there when they have questions. You need to like bring them out, like have conversations with them, show them like what to say on the phone, etc., and then they develop their own personality. They develop their own style. So you show them the ropes. Yeah, really. You bring them out to open houses, etc. And then like agents that are going to another level now, brokers, they have to, whatever they're trying to do. Let's say agents are doing 15, 20 deals. You have to know what their vision is, because if you don't know what their vision is, they're gonna leave. Like, what do this kid like? Does he want to do X? Is he happy doing this deal, this amount of deals, or does he want to like expand and do like bring on a junior agent, or like how like open up somewhere else, or like hit a certain market? So that broker has to have a conversation with them too, and like say, what do you need? What do you need from me? And it's like, just always be there as a support system too. And you have to create like a culture of where they always feel they want to, they see a vision being there. It's not like a dead end game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when agents are at certain brokers, it's like a dead end game that they're just by themselves, and there's not like a bigger picture of what they're going for. They're just, okay, I'm gonna sell one house a month. Like that's about it. It's not like a bigger picture of like opening it up into something else, you know. But some people are happy with selling one property a year, and there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean?
It just depends on what you're into.
It depends what you're into. So it all depends on what the agent really, what that agent is capable of doing, wants to do, and willing to do.
So do you feel that, because there's always a lot of conversations about like splits, like all over the place.
Yeah.
My thing is like, there's no such thing as expensive something's only expensive in the absence of value. So
Yes.
if somebody
Yes.
is giving you, there has to be a trade-off.
Highly, yes.
Has to be a trade-off.
110%. Has to be a trade-off.
And it makes sense because somebody can't provide you all kinds of services and leads and things like that because that stuff costs money.
Exactly.
So like there's really a balance there.
Exactly, and there is a balance. And look, let's say it's a 50% split, right? But they're getting you to a door of a $1.5 million property, or like let's say a property in general. Let's say it's a 50% split, but they're giving you a property to get into that you would never be able to get into if it wasn't for them. You know,
50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
110%. And like I said, it's all about the volume. It's all about the numbers. You just have to keep bashing at it until you build your own sphere, where your own sphere is feeding you. And that's like the whole idea of it. And yeah, that's basically it. It's like you get up to the point where you don't need to depend on, like, let's say, Joe Smo giving you leads. You know what I mean? That's the old, if you're a new agent, you know, you have to build yourself to that point.
Yeah, you're learning, you're building momentum.
Exactly. And the momentum.
No.
And momentum is like momentum. I've learned that's like the main, like once you have a little bit of momentum, that's when you have to go your hardest. When you have momentum, you have to keep the ball going.
So
you know?
Final question, right? If there's an agent out there who's either new or struggling,
yes,
right? What do you recommend that they do? What's the process? What's the roadmap?
You have to find a mentor. You have to find somebody who's like, who you see yourself you see yourself becoming, and you have to be attached to his or her hip and literally show your value and like not even expect to get paid out of it. Like legit say, I'll be there for you, like all day long, whatever you need, I'm there. Like I'm there for you. Like you don't have to worry about like I'm not looking for anything in return. I just want to learn from you. And then she sees that she sees that you're willing. Oh my God, he's always available. He's willing to work. You have to show people your value. Because you have to. Why would somebody? People shouldn't feel entitled that, oh my God, they have to help me just because of the fact that I'm a new agent. No, they don't have to at all. Like you're not entitled to that at all. So you have to show value of them trusting you and to show that you could actually do the work and keep up your end of the bargain. If you could keep up your end of the bargain, people are going to reward you for that.
No, it makes sense, man.
110%.
Matt Algu, listen, anybody in the boroughs looking to buy or sell, how do they get in touch with you? What's your social media handles, phone number, whatever you want to put out there?
Just my social media. And my number 2, Matthew Algu on all platforms. 347-272-5443.
Love it, man. Obviously, I'm the Handsome
thank you,
Homebuyer.
man. Yo, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the
You're my man.
Give me a fucking hug. Yo, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You too, man. Yo, obviously, I'm the Handsome Homebuyer. You have a house that smells like cat pee, dated from the 1960s. I want to buy it. 516-777-SOLD. That's a wrap.